Hello friends and welcome to another video. Last time we played against this very beginner bot, Martin, and we are following up on this series. We're gonna play against those bots, so we are passing through the beginner level, intermediate level, advanced level, and maybe even those master. Yes, this can be played, this can be played, we do have chances. From Alexander on, probably I will have trouble beating, so we will probably go until the master here, until the master. Hopefully I can get one victory here out of a few games, and we will probably stop this series on the final challenges of the master level. Okay, and the others ones are recreative, right? Yeah, we do have some strong recreative levels as well, some musicians, and we can go through all of them as well. Whereas Ray Enigma is very strong. Okay, we can go through lots of bots, all right? So the idea is to explain our moves, so maybe you can get a better understanding on chess. Last video we did against Martin. Today let's go against Wayne and Fabian, which are the three bots with the 250 elo. And then on the next videos we can go on with a little bit more, still beginner, but a little bit more difficult ones. So let's start. We are playing against Wayne here, and I will let this screen so maybe you can read the things that he writes, and it's funny. Guys, as we mentioned last video, when we start, we want to occupy and dominate the center of the board because we are fighting. From the center, our pieces have so much activity, all right? So it's like you have to make a comparison like the wheel, or the strength is always in the center, and from the center to the rest of the board is much better. Like this knight, for example, in the corner has only 2 squares to go, but if this knight is on the center, like he has 8 squares to play. Okay, so this is something to have in mind. Pieces have more activity and from the center. So this is called the French defense. Don't worry about the names. If you're starting on chess, it's not important right now. But you will hear so much about this that you get used to it. So don't worry about remembering this. It's going to be a natural process. So this is the French defense. And one idea of this is that it's going to fight for the light squares on the center. Let's occupy the center. We're fighting for it. And now d5 is the most common move here, fighting for the center. But you will face a lot attacks like that. And I'm gonna tell you guys, those attacks are really bad, okay, for black. It's like if you can handle it properly, if you know how to play against it, this is really bad for black. Because, okay, the queen is intimidating here right now, right? He's getting near my king, he's attacking this pawn, and let's say I want to play knight and attack the queen, I immediately lose a pawn and I start to get into trouble. What do I have to do? First, stay calm, always. Try to see, well, you always make this question like, what is my opponent wanting to do? What is my opponent threatening? Now, he's threatening to capture the pawn. Okay, can I develop a piece and protect this pawn? Of course I can. I can play knight c3. Oh, but then he will pin me. You can play knight d2. Now, if he pins, you can play c3. Wow, that's nice, right? Let's go then. We're protecting our pawn and developing a piece. c3, we were prepared for that. We were prepared for that because we not only thought about our move, but we also consider what's my opponent going to play. And be careful, because this move here is now threatening to capture the pawn. It is, because my knight is pinned. This is the word that we use. This is the term we use. It's pinned. So it's not defending this pawn. It's an illusion. So let's break this. So now my knight is defending the pawn. Now the bishop has to move again. And now, that's the fun part, the queen has to move again. All right? So look at our development. The queen had to go back. The bishop is like no future here. And we already have 2 pieces developed and a strong center. We did nothing. Nothing special. I mean, I'm not creating magic here. I'm not, you know, creating ultimate combinations. Nothing like that. Okay, this is simply the basics. And against the 200 players, you win with the basics. You win by not doing junk. Okay, so that's why we're here, to learn that. What we're gonna do next? Simply develop. We can go here. We can go here. It doesn't matter. We can go here. It doesn't matter. Just find a good square that you are comfortable with. I do love this square, which is giving support to the central pawn. This one is also possible, but d5 will make me lose a tempo. I'll have to move the bishop again. I don't want to move the bishop many times. I'll put it here. It's a safe spot. Okay, f6, very bad move because black should be developing pieces here, all right? So this is really a bad move. It's exposing the king. Some problems, some serious problems can happen and can happen really soon. One thing to have in mind, this piece is not protected. If ever my queen is able to go to h5 and check and pick up the bishop, it could happen. So this is something to have in mind. So that's why I'm immediately starting a kingside attack. I'm trying to punish that. Since I have already developed a few pieces, I could, for the sake of being instructive, just castle and say that it's important to put your king into safety. But now he's so screwed in the position that we are trying to punish this. So the bishop went to safety here because we were threatening to check and pick up the bishop. So he defended, which is awesome, but we are going to go here anyway because he's going to play g6. And then, guys, we need to start a little bit. Don't worry about tactics at this level. Tactics, you can train puzzles, and with the time you are getting used to tactical themes. But we do have a lot of tactical themes going on right now. I mean, this pawn push is unleashing an attack there, but this immediately is good because if he pushes the pawn, we can take the pawn actually. And if he takes the knight, we can take the rook here, right? So this is a very powerful attack. Just have in mind that if we do that and he could attack my queen, like if this pawn is not here and he plays like knight f6 attacking my queen here, I would be in trouble, all right? So just have in mind that. You just make sure you're not blundering something, you know, that's why it's important to play not bullet games when you're starting, not blitz games when you're starting, just at least 15 minutes, at least 15. If you can play 15 plus 10 seconds increment per move, that's the ideal, okay? That's the ideal for you. That is beginning. So you have enough time to think about your game, to develop a mini plan, all right, to try to understand what you're doing and not being too much worried about the clock. Because if you like clock is ticking and you're just beginning on chess, you are like making up moves and counting with luck. We don't want to do that, right? You want to get better on chess, right? So that's why we're here. So remember that. And 15 plus 10 seconds, the game is going to last a maximum like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, right? So just have that time in your schedule. Let's go. Kingside attack time. And yeah, he didn't go for g6 because I was capturing. And now I can go for this very nice tactics. Knight g6 is a fork, so it has to take, and we take the rook. Let's go for this. Immediate tactics going on. So it's nice, huh? So by doing that, we already gained material. And okay, we were not developing a lot. Now it's time to develop, but let's grab some fruits. So we do have another pawn here just hanging. And we do have another knight here just hanging. So the position at this time in the game at this point should be getting over. And we can exchange queens if you want. If you want, you can keep the queens on the board. I will keep the queens on the board because I am the one who is attacking. So I don't have to fear here keeping the queens on the board. He is the one who has to fear my queen, all right? So let's keep attacking. So we are grabbing more fruits. We are grabbing more fruits. And now, like, I am so full of food. I grab so much material that I can go here for queen exchange. But you know what? This is such a juicy position. I want more. I want to squeeze more. I want to attack f6 now. I want to squeeze more out from this position. Now, this move is okay. He's not allowing my knight to go here anymore. And if I take here, okay, he's defending. But now, as you can see, we can capture either with a pawn or with the queen. So, I'm capturing with the pawn. Let's promote it. I'm capturing with the pawn. Maybe capturing with the queen was good as well. And okay, so if I can put my knight here, it would be a good idea. So now let's develop our pieces, okay? His develop is so much compromised. Look at that. He cannot even not even develop. So let's bring our pieces. Of course, I could try to promote right now, but it is probably good. But if I do this move, I'm bringing 2 more pieces to the game. The bishop, which is not playing, and also the knight, which wants to join the party. Let's do it. There's no way not to do it. There's no reason not to do it. And at this moment, the game is over because we can check him. He's forced to capture my queen because his queen is undefended. And there is no way he can stop my pawn from promoting. So I'm simply winning a free queen for a pawn. I will lose this pawn, but I will get my queen back. Let's do it. The game is over. Actually, probably there was checkmate. That's why he's giving up the queen. Probably there was already checkmate, and at this point, this is just a matter of finishing the king here. Let's go for the king. So this is check. So he has to take. Now we do have a very strong attack going on. Okay, let's just squeeze this king. Or maybe we want to bring another queen to the board. Yeah, we want to do that. We can do that. We can do nothing here. We just want to. We're just bringing another queen to the board. This is really quick and easy. Okay, I can make the queen. I can remove the bishop. I don't have to remove the bishop. Like bringing the queen and the rook. It's probably over very soon, right? So we don't have to rush. Okay. Check. Okay. I can even take here and sacrifice a queen for 2 pieces, and now he's getting out of piece. I mean, you don't have to do it, but you can. Because now he's getting mated really, really soon. Okay. We can make even another queen very soon. Here I think is stronger. Now it has to go back with the knight. Now we check him from here. We can take the knight, we can take the pawn. We can do basically taking the pawn and he'll take the rook. So just take the knight away and we are promoting. Nothing can stop us from promoting now. The game is over at this point. Yeah. That's as simple as that. So are you not listening to me? Oh my gosh. We got no mic here. Are you serious? We got no mic. Oh, my mic is on. Oh, guys, I was looking here and it looked like I had to re-record the video. Thanks God, it didn't happen. So, all right, let's finish this. Just be careful of not stalemating the king. Just be careful about that. He still can push this pawn, right? So let's promote. Because he still can push this pawn, so let's just take it. Okay, and I want to show you something, guys. I think this is already checkmate. But I want to say something about this position. This is checkmate, okay? But I will play this, which is not checkmate, because I want to show you something. Okay, let's say in this position I play something else. Let's say I play this. Okay, I'm not checkmating him right now. I'm gonna play this actually, so I can illustrate what I'm trying to. This is all mistakes, okay? But I would just want to make my point here. Okay, let's just grab it. Okay, and let's say in this position, I want to bring another queen to the board. Of course, you're not going to do that. You just can checkmate many ways. But this is also checkmate, so there's probably several checkmates going on. But yeah, several. But let's say you're playing and I want to do 3 queens here because my opponent should already be resigning, and if he doesn't want to resign, I want to humiliate him or something like that. Like, watch out, because if I play something like this right now, it's a draw. And that's because the king is not in check, and it cannot move. No piece can move. Like this pawn cannot move, and the king cannot move, and the king is not in check. So this is called stalemate, and it's immediately a draw. All right, so just have that in mind. Okay, so that was a good game, and we can play the next bot here, which is the Fabian. So let's go for this, and we're gonna do the same. All right, guys, this is just the same thing, exactly the same thing, not the same moves. The same thing, like he's developing wrong here. He should be developing the pieces, protecting the king. Let's do it ourselves. We're just developing our pieces. He already wants to bring the queen over the board. No problem. We are developing with a tempo. So we are developing a piece and winning a tempo. So look at that. We developed 3 pieces already. And he developed no piece. And he's moving the queen like back and forth. This is ridiculous. We are getting already a good advantage here. As you can see, we are not winning material. We are not. It doesn't look like we are winning for beginners. Like when they look at this position, or they count the material and they say, okay, this is balanced. This is probably draw, but not exactly. I mean, we are much better developed here, and we will keep developing. Now, this piece is not playing. Let's bring it to the game. So, d4, getting a lot of space. Now, this king move, which really weakened the position, like our king is already safe, so let's go for this attack. Like if I get there, I'm attacking everybody. And yeah, it happened, okay? So this is called a fork. So, and this is the royal fork, because we are attacking the king and the queen and all the royal family. And this finishes the game, right? Because the opponent was not asking himself, like, what does my opponent want to do? When I play this move, my opponent needs to think what my opponent wants to play. Oh, he wants to grab here. Let me protect it somehow. All right, so knight here would be protecting there. So, but by playing this, he's only concerned on attacking me. And now he just lost the queen. Let's grab it. Let's finish the game now. This is going to be very quick, this one. This game is probably going to be very, very quick. And we want to checkmate him. Let's bring more pieces. I'm not concerned about this pawn now. I just want to bring more attack. Now let's just grab it. And now he's just giving away his pieces because he knows the checkmate is coming. And we are very soon to checkmate him. Let's keep bringing the pieces to the game. And it should be over like really, really soon. Sooner than later. Let's grab more material here. Like this one, this is a check, and now he cannot grab the bishop. Like this is really painful for him. Like he's getting mated really, really soon. This is a check and grab more material. Like the position is collapsing, completely collapsing. And I think we do have mate in 2 moves here. If you want to pause the video and find the checkmate in 2 moves, it's nice. I mean, it's good for training. Is there checkmating 1 here or not? I don't think there is in 1, but I can see checkmate in 2 here. No, there's not in 1. Unless, no, there's the rook here. Okay, so this gives mate in 2. I hope you have found it, because we go with this check and the king has only this square. And from here, he's got no more squares. And we can go here, and this is checkmate, because the king has nowhere else to go. All right, so let's give it. There's probably another checkmate here. Let's see if there is this other as well. Yeah, this is also checkmate, right? Because the knight is taking away that square, so we got 1 checkmate. This is not checkmate, or is it? It is. It is checkmate as well, because of the rook is taking this square. So we have 1 checkmate, 2 checkmates, 3 checkmates. Let's see if we have more. Yeah, this is checkmate as well. No, not exactly. Now he's escaping, and this one he's also escaping. But this one, yeah, we found another one. We found another checkmate here. So the good news is that there are many checkmates here. Like, is this also checkmate? No, because the king is escaping here. Okay, so we found 4 checkmates here. Let's give one, just one. Let's give the rook the pleasure to participate as well here, very actively. And this is checkmate. All right, guys. So those were the games today. As you can see at this level, all you have to do is use principles, develop your pieces. Okay, just be mindful about what your opponent is threatening, and he's gonna blunder, and then you just grab material, but beware of not exposing your king. You're just be very careful. And with this approach, you will probably get out of the 250 elo and go to the next levels. The next videos, we're gonna play against 400 elo, and I hope you have enjoyed the games and the video. Thank you so much for your audience, and see you next time.